And I don't think they understand the true nature and pride that comes from being a Jamaican. Or unique identity, I don't think is being cultivated.
No.
It is being
definitely
lost.
You look good, you have all of the something there about you. Yes, goody!
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Goodgal Podcast. And today is a very interesting topic. We're just gonna jump right in. Not sure.
Yeah.
Nothing to say. No, you're from the side.
I was like, whoa, don't gotta be sneezy. Get right into it. Good day, people. That's all I have to say.
So this is and then I'm very sorry. I apologize in advance for one passion. To come out. No, seriously.
Mercy. Spare them, please.
No, I apologize in advance for my passion. So we are going to be talking about, the growing influence of American culture under Jamaican society. Okay. Right? Mm-hmm. And I personally think that the potential negatives are outweighing the positives. So there's something, right, that I think I was talking to somebody way younger than us the other day. And I don't think they understand the true nature and pride that comes from being a Jamaican. Or unique identity, I don't think is being cultivated.
No.
It is being lost.
Definitely.
When I hear my anthem, when I know the pledge, all of those things that I know everything about Jamaica and the pride of our country, our history. When people talk about growing up in Jamaica, I don't know if the kids these days will have the same thing to say. I know
Auntie Ren.
That's what I said, expectation. But
I do understand your point. This is no patriotism. It's really what it lands to. It's really what it boils down to. But I don't know if it is that there aren't. Well, I mean, they still teach stuff in schools clearly. So I mean, it's there, but it's lost its way, and I feel like we just take it for granted being Jamaican until we're highlighted on a global page, and it's like, oh my god, we're so great.
And even that, I don't know if the essence of that is also being, because I think the influence of American media, I think the maturity of Jamaican children now is something to be spoken about, because I don't know, I think the American media has really affected the way that our children are thinking. Have you ever heard a young child who is if them you can know that they're tablet babies by the way them talk. Them talk like little American people.
Or they also just aren't able to articulate themselves well.
Yeah. Or you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's kind of concerning for me because I think that we are really losing the essence of who we are, and I think the impact is on our children. Even this whole thing with teachers and students, the discipline,
them,
how them cussing them and talking to them, and I'm just
ready to fight them. If you're book, these
and where they getting that from? Them are watching little mad people them foreign and just you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of things that we've really lost in terms of even just keeping up. I think a lot of people are trying to keep up, and I think there's a lot of negative effects from the children point to even consumerism and spending habits. Can we talk about how American culture has really shaped how we spend? Did you hear the girl teasing the girl about having Steve Madden shoes the other day? Isn't that insane?
I think so.
It's not a whole that's what I'm saying. It's because for example, right, when I used to travel a lot, when I was younger, and I think there was a time where, because my grandparents live in Miami, and there was a time where I was probably abroad 4 times out of the year, and when if I was they don't, the people in my foreign, they don't wear Steve Madden. They look at it whatever, right. It's a nothing brand, right. But me like it, right?
But if it's stuff are cute, the stuff are cute.
The stuff are cute and stuff are, and some even things I've seen girls talk about, this is from the spring 24 collection. We never even care about that, but that's what I'm saying. The consumerism.
And no, I agree, and I think it's just because everything is so easily accessible, and it's just touch this and you buy this and whatever. I can also say even I don't know, even like the kids, like say for instance when they're on the tablets, there's this game called Roblox.
Yeah.
You have to buy stuff.
Yes.
And I'm just like, even that is also an initial initiation into consumerism,
Yeah.
because as soon as you don't, oh mommy cannot, and I see them go on and then beg them parents first, and I'm just like, you guys are no,
And it's all
showing
American
spending.
products.
Exactly, you're
It's-
spending, you don't have
yeah.
it. No, you excessive spending because you go to this what, every day, every other week.
And then you're comparing yourself because it's like, okay, Timmy in my class, mother
Correct.
allow him to buy things from Roblox, and
Yeah.
my mother do allow me. So
Right.
me
Feel
worse
less
than Timmy because I can't buy. And that's what I'm saying. It's just I don't know. And then I think it's like we're trying to. I just really think that the way how we are supposed, like our country pride, the way that we speak, our knowledge of history, you know what I mean? And I don't know if we are doing a good job. Me not a picnic, so can't say me. But like my mother's generation, that generation, I don't know if they're doing a good job in terms of oral tradition. Like when I was in social studies in high school, and I used to hear oral tradition, that's not important.
What?
No,
That's a course? I don't know.
no. It's just that it's just like oral tradition is basically passing down of traditions
okay,
through
okay.
communicating it to your children,
got you.
right? So, and I used to think of it as like, oh, that's not a big deal, but now that I'm experiencing this, it brought me back to when, you know, my communication studies and my social studies teacher would say, oh, the importance of oral tradition. And it's so
Correct.
true, because like parents now are not telling their children about what it means to be Jamaican.
Correct.
Like the pride,
Yeah.
the respect.
No, the respect
manners,
is also not there, because
like we used, no matter what, good morning ma'am, good morning sir, all of that, like if we don't mind sharp, because for example, right, when I'm in the US or I'm in
they have no manners.
They have no manners.
Absolutely.
And they don't commune. Like if you're passing somebody and you're like good morning, they will
Oh,
hold them heads
who are you
straight.
talking to?
Who you talking to? And I just think that nature and that essence of
It's
who
coming
we are,
through. It's coming through.
it's like we just walking past, like, or you'll be walking past somebody on the road and like, you know, usually if you give a smile, not saying you should be unconscious of safety, but like if somebody says good morning or something, when I see goes and a random person just said to you good morning.
Barely, but I always think you must come from country, because only country people still do that.
And that's what I'm saying. like that's what I'm saying, because
when I do it,
Kingston is so infiltrated by American culture.
I say morning and morning, what's everyone is looking.
Me, even still I say it same way.
No, I'm gonna still say it,
yeah.
but there's a limit.
The only place I don't go where I don't go in and chat to nobody is the gym. If you see me at the gym, me's a different person.
Dark like a midnight.
Yeah, dark like a midnight. Cause first of all, me no want it.
But I will go in establishment. I go in establishment all free. Like you go in an establishment. Say you go in like a hair salon. Say you go in like a nail shop or whatever. You come in it's the afternoon.
Your beard. Yeah.
Dolly
them nails just a click on the screen. That's all you hear. The dolly them nails a click on the screen.
I'm just
no, and I'm telling you, and then we're really losing you know who. I just think even if when you look at this the scamming and the rise in illegal activity, where does that come from? We are trying to keep up. We are trying to keep up. Because now you have to have this like
the lifestyles that you see over there, and remember, so some of them are scammers too.
Yeah.
Like let's be clear, some of these influencers. I want to talk about it. Some of these influencers, you see, little by little, you see them being charged for fraud, charged for this, whatever. So appears to live this lifestyle, and you're just, you know,
there was this popular influencer girl the other day, and she was named in the freaking Diddy lawsuit as a prostitute. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of them are just. That's what I'm saying. It's like, who are we being influenced by? And then we are being influenced by them people. Yeah, when they know themselves at the expense of our own culture. Yeah, when we have our culture,
I do.
We're so American minded.
You know, see, there's this renowned streamer on Twitch, Kai Sennett.
Kai Sennett.
And Kai and Aiden Ross.
Yeah.
They're here in Jamaica, you know.
Yes, I saw it.
And I was just like, that's the stuff I like to see. Like people come to Jamaica, and I think Jada Wada was here for vacay weekend, and I'm just like, yeah, but the people are coming here and they love our culture, but we don't love it.
No, it's not only that it's not only that, right? They're coming here for an authentic experience that you can only get here.
Right.
And then when I saw her there, half of the girls are trying to dress and look like Jada
Yeah.
Wada.
Yeah.
Can we talk? Can we even talk? Let's even jump
Lord
into this
have
point.
mercy.
The surgery. This surgery. I feel like every single time I look on Instagram,
It's
there's
a
a
bee.
new
It's a bee. It's an ant.
no.
Sorry.
Not it's an ant. That's not even what I was gonna say.
My bad.
No, but I feel like there's every day, every week there's a new plastic surgeon coming to Jamaica because they realize that
Really?
like I feel like there's a lot of them because all right, before if you want to do them certain procedures, you have to travel.
Or you mean like they
No,
open a practice here?
no, you have to do it here.
Yeah, you can
right?
do it here for sure.
You know, we don't even have a proper cosmetic unit for burns,
Yeah, man.
which happens more likely in
But there are
Jamaica.
lots of
There's a lot of burn victims.
I never knew that because I was very ignorant to that as well. Like
Yeah.
people are doing this stuff here. I said people do surgery as well. And the Maryland said, yeah, they exist. And I said,
And isn't
pardon me.
And that's what I'm saying. Isn't consumerism and American culture such a crazy
Yes.
thing that we don't have somebody who wants to put up a practice for burn victims or something
And
like
I'm not
that?
going to get that much money from it.
Because it's like, and then that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy to think about how no, it's
Even
just
the e-meds,
surgery.
even e-meds, like even those cosmetic, what you call it, like beauty cosmetics.
We call it non-invasive surgery.
No, also no, those like med spas.
True,
Sorry, that
med
do like the
spas.
Botox and whatever.
Yeah.
They're a lot more open in here too, and I'm just like,
even
because
that
they
Botox,
say that-
even that Botox,
Yeah.
like we're
we're
talking
black.
about
Stop.
Like we are talking about.
I didn't know that black people do it. I'm so ignorant.
I
I'm
saw a
sorry.
girl the other day
My
on
song
TikTok.
fool, I know my song
No,
fool.
I saw a girl the other day on TikTok talking about preventative Botox. I said, baby, that's a melanin that God gave you. That's
Yes.
your preventative Botox. We are
Yes.
talking about.
I didn't know that there was a need, but there the girl is. Because even
Yeah.
laser treatment, it's very popular here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and I don't mind with the upgrading of
Yeah.
beauty services,
Yeah.
all of that. I get that. But I'm talking about this need to do it. Like as soon as we hear about
A trend
something,
over there.
a trending over there, is like, you always used to hear it say, if America sneeze, we catch a cold. Right now,
Absolutely.
it's more like them never have to sneeze. We're there with them.
Yeah.
Whatever affects them affects us.
But why
And
is that though?
I think one, we've done a bad job in terms of making country pride a thing. We've glorified American things as better than our own. Down to our, and I think I think it's coming from slavery, and I think it's a historical thing that we haven't found that. And I think we've, older, we've had some sense of pride in being Jamaican, but now, for example, a lot of these kids are graduating from college and they don't have jobs, so them seeing Jamaica well done. You need to go foreign to make anything of yourself. So I think there's that mentality, right?
I don't blame them.
And I understand that because I think economy wise, I don't know if our lawmakers and our decision makers have made the best decisions in terms of what we've allowed. So for example, when you look at other countries like that our news is blocked in Canada. Jamaican news is blocked in Canada. And for example, in China, they block American news.
Yeah, I know that
because they don't want that influence in their
I get what
country.
you're saying.
So I don't know if the people at the top or whoever have made it.
I don't don't think it's really that, because I mean, news is accessible anywhere, so I don't even know if that really makes a difference, to be honest.
Yeah, I just using that as a realistic example. I'm not saying that that's what we should do. I'm just saying that we've made American culture seem better, even in the workplace. A lot of times they, for high positions, to who governs us, they fly in people.
And it's not just America, guys. We're not just saying that we're just Americanized.
I guess American European culture.
Right, we're globalized actually at this point, because I
Yeah.
think those expats really do come in and they're it's always weird, because I've worked in a company with expats as executives, and it's always just like, when I also see how they treat them,
They treat them like
guys,
kings. They treat them
we're
like kings
no
and
longer on the
queens.
plantation. Can we stop before this? Stop.
Me, hey, one thing I'm gonna treat you like
And
a regular person. Cause
Who are you?
I one man my bow before. I didn't even one man. I got
Like, I'm so confused. And so these are the things that makes it so easy for them to like infiltrate, and it's kind of like
Also, too, like let's talk about it, right? Because when you even look at the laws and legislations, I can't just go to America and buy a house.
No,
But an American could just come to my
that's
country
what they've been
and
doing.
buy a
That's
house
what they've been doing.
and frig up my housing market that me as a local now is pushing hand and tooth
'Cause
and nail to buy a
I heard
house.
a lot of athletes from across the world, not even just America, are buying properties, especially on like the north and south coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
for example, right? Because all right, when you look at like Ocho Rios, Mobi, those places, they are becoming, when you go to Mobi, you know, like depending on where you go, you see more Americans than you see
Absolutely.
Jamaican. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like this, I think it's like I don't know if people realize, and I think if the conversation isn't had, we're gonna lose our essence of who we are if we don't catch it quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
If we don't catch it
I
quickly,
mean, we want to be
right?
able to have access to certain things, but we really do have to be mindful of.
And we need to get over this pursuit of the lifestyle, like, you know what I mean, this desire for quick success. So this instant gratification culture. There's a thing where it's almost like it needs to happen now. Like I need to get 30 bands by tomorrow. Like
Because
it
that's
needs
what
to
they
happen
see.
now.
Because I
Yeah.
also, to be honest with you, I blame that a lot on like just social media content creators and slash influencers and how, especially through COVID method, COVID has propelled a lot of people's careers in content creation, that they think that it is so easy to get this overnight success, and that is really a lot. I think it's a lot to be blamed on that, because say for instance, like she's on Charlie D'Amelio, the girl, like, and I'm telling you, like, in no time she was able to be a millionaire. In no time these people are able to start other businesses from that rise, from that. It's like it is almost an instantaneous rise to success. And so because we're seeing these people do this content and sharing their lives online, and they're getting this following, and they're using it and leveraging that following to be millionaires, it's just like, oh, but that can happen to me. Or you see a girl, all of a sudden her lifestyle just changed. She's not a content creator, but her lifestyle just changed, and it's like, oh, she just glow up here and she just can afford things or whatever. But
even things that are just unnecessary. So for example, and I feel like we're not looking at things with context. Cause for like you're earning Jamaican dollars. For you to try and keep up with a US person who is earning crazy. USD is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Like it doesn't make any sense. No. And this hustle till you die, team no sleep, go on to bed. It's literally so crazy, because it's like you don't put value on rest. And if we're not careful, like when you talk to Jamaicans living abroad, they will all tell you that you don't sleep. It's almost like it's a culture shock, and it's a culture shock because you don't have like genuine conversations. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what their culture is like. And you work till you die. You work to pay bills, right?
Yep.
Even
buy things.
Even from a friendship standpoint, right? I'm not saying you won't make good friends in it, but for example, like, you know, say you come over my house. If you're hungry, you get food. Or if no food is here, I'll go buy you food.
And
or we're gonna make something.
You have to go Venmo back the money because I gave you food.
No, and that's how
there's no community.
There's no
community over there. Absolutely. And in Jamaica, we're known, because I can only speak to Jamaica because that's the place I've lived. There is a strong sense of community. As much as
you can go your neighbor house.
Absolutely.
Even your neighbors. Like I know, say I can go my neighbor's house if I need anything.
Right.
I know, say if I want, like, hey, like you can go to your neighbor's house. Like, if we're not careful, we will lose that sense of community and culture and who we are. And it's a beautiful thing. I'm not saying we don't have our problems.
No, it is a beautiful thing.
It's
you
a beautiful
can
thing.
see the difference. You can smell the difference. Sorry, you can look at it and you can, like, wherever you go and see, you feel it.
And you know what? I will say as well, I think there was a report on the happiest countries in the world, and I think we're number 66. I think that's what I saw on the report. we were number 66, and people were like, yo, that's too high, whatever. And I was like, no.
Oh, really?
No, but they were, no, in terms of, because there's so much problems in the country.
Right.
But what I can say is that I
No,
think
we're going up,
what sets us apart is our sense of community.
Right, and also our just sense of like,
jovialness.
don't worry, like when we say, yeah man, no problem, it's a way of life, you know. Like, I don't think we realize that we really just make the, like, we take bad situations and make the best of it.
We make the best of it.
We do make the best of it as much as you are. So for instance, I just, because I think this is how it is. I've never lived in a city before.
Mm-hmm.
But they might be going through their circumstances are this.
Yeah.
But the best believe they're still gonna have a time. They're still gonna get dressed and go to make a party. Have them make a vibes up and lane just apart. Them not gonna sit on a bar every day because like God we can't eat. No.
I think we're very good at making the best of whatever situation, and versus like, and even like, let me tell you, and I said this before, a lot of people who you see in the US, and that's why I said be careful of the culture you're trying to emulate, because if they're homeless, a lot of the homeless people are not crazy.
We do have a lot of homeless people.
We do, but we don't have like I wouldn't say we don't have a lot, but I'm saying like in comparison to, you can be a CEO of a company and you hit on hard times and you're homeless in foreign. Like, we need to appreciate the nature of our country and the fact that your neighbor will feed you, your friend them will feed you. We have trees. Like, if a man hungry up one mango tree, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I just don't think. I get it. I'm not saying we don't have our problems, but I think we need to focus on appreciating our culture more
for what it is.
Yeah, and I also want to touch on our approach to sexuality and respect, right? Because I think American culture has really influenced us. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be, you shouldn't have sexual conversations. They are important and all of that. But the way how girls are like proud to say, yeah man, I'm a hoe, or man just proud to say, yeah man, me a friggin' girl, or just things that are just very sexually lewd, that I think that comes from American culture. They are known to be sexually lewd.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think that we've always been lewd. We're actually pretty more lewd than in recent times, to be honest. Because if you really pre some of the songs them from back in the day, like those songs,
that's actually true.
Very just like, yeah man,
yeah.
Oh, this is what you, very brazen.
Yeah,
I think that we've been more comfortable sharing it, like not just in artistry, but just sharing it as a regular person, I guess. Then.
Yeah, maybe it's that. Like, it's just like, you will just be talking to a random girl and she'll be like, yeah, I'm a whore. Like, or like, and it's just like, I don't know you. Good morning, hi, like, or even some things that
the promiscuity culture,
or even some things that they tweet and they say, like they will just for clickbait and clout, they'll tell the craziest stories times. And I heard about a girl the other day who told a story about something, and then she ended up getting fired from her job, and she was upset about it. And I was like, what type of story was it? I think she told a sexual story, right? And she ended up, but I'm like, you can't like. Some things,
are you okay?
And I feel like, and we have these proverbs that we used to live by. And everything good for eat, good for talk. Right. Like, even them little Jamaican proverb, they pass them down.
And then it's because we can't take our L's in private anymore.
We're not.
It's crazy to me. Like, I'm so
weirded
out. Like, the oversharing just has to stop, guys. Like,
and some things, let me tell you something. Some things take before the throne of grace. Take before God. Don't carry it to social. These people don't care about you. They're not gonna help you. They're not gonna like. But before you even take it, like, it's not. Do you care about something? If you see something, do you genuinely care about the person?
But think you know that they're not doing it because they think that when you say advice on the internet, they know it's just for virality. Right?
And it's a drug.
Okay, it is.
It's a drug.
No, I think it is.
It's a dopamine hit. Like, they're trying to get that, and it's actually sad.
That's what it is, because they see that the virality leads to what? Success. That's what they see, the overnight success. They see that they can get it from that.
Yeah, it's actually kind of sad, because
it is.
I think that there's a lot of us to be. I'm not saying that we don't have our problems and things that need to be done, but I think there's more of us to be appreciated than you think. And I think it's kind of hard because a lot of people have not left the country, have not done anything else. But even just the beauty that is the island, we don't appreciate it enough. We don't appreciate
until
this.
they're freezing in the cold overseas.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like, I mean, sometimes it's sad because you really have to what you say? You never know what you have till it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so, I feel like a lot of that happens because I don't think, sometimes I feel like I'm not the most Jamaica versed.
Yeah.
And,
we love Jamaica, you know
and
that.
I do feel bad that sometimes not doing a lot of stuff, like just information that I think is just really common knowledge about Jamaica. And I really am gonna try to make a better effort to do those things. Like,
and nobody now say you have to be a scholar, right?
Right.
I'm just saying that I think that when it comes to your being, I think it's a pride, and I get it that sometimes our government or the situation or what you can afford, all of that doesn't give you a lot to be proud of or feel good about, but there is a cultural aspect that we need to be respectful of and know that what we have culturally is special, and it's not. And that's why
people try to duplicate all the time.
And as somebody who, I've traveled for work, I've gone to a lot of Caribbean islands, I've traveled to other Caribbean islands on leisure, and I'm telling you, the closest I would say that comes to our Jamaican nature, the only other Caribbean island that I think I could possibly live in is Barbados.
I figured it was there before.
It's Barbados. Like, those are some of the nicest people. They are like, when I tell you that Bajans, and Jamaican and Barbados, Jamaicans and Bajans usually don't have no problem.
No,
I've traveled to all of the other major islands, I think, and I ain't living there. I ain't living there, bro. But there's, you see that love for people, community, that niceness, that respectfulness, like, of course you're gonna find little attitude. Like, a lot of the girls I felt like had attitude at someone, but which Jamaican girl do have attitude? So you kind of know them. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that and their food.
I think, let me tell you why. Probably perhaps. Well, what I've heard about Trinidad or what you see, they're also very globalized as well.
Yes.
So you will find that because Barbados is not
as globalized,
it still have a strong sense of pride, and it's something that you can commonality.
Yes. Barbados have this sense of pride, and I feel like a lot of the other islands, and that's why I'm worried for my country, and I'm opening this conversation, because if we do not be careful, we will be, it's almost like modern day colonization. Like, they will find a way to infiltrate our culture and almost overtake it, where we will become expats in our own country. And we see it happen in a lot of these Caribbean islands, right? If we don't, like, for example, in the Cayman Islands, they have laws in place against, like, because it got there's so many expats. There's so many expats now, but they, to the point where they had to put laws in place to mitigate against it.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous.
It's actually ridiculous. So, for example, like, one of their labor laws, you have to have 60% Caymanians in a company and 40% expats. That's what they had to do to make sure that Caymanians can get job. And that's what I'm saying. And you have to literally justify.
No, I see. No, it's just because when it reaches that level.
But that's what I'm saying. Them wait till it get bad. Make we don't wait till it get bad.
When it reaches that level, it's like, imagine you in an organization where you can't relate to half of them because they're not, and you're in your own country.
Yeah, and even that that nature where, like, an office, and, like, you have a little, even if you have a little office joke and your banter and all of that, and because especially when you work in stressful environments, I don't know about me, but me love working in stressful environments. Every job where me work, like, no, seriously, she can tell you, every job where me work is like, anywhere I go to work, they say, oh, you can, once you work here, you can work anywhere.
Yeah.
I work in literally,
guys.
I've worked in all of those places. And you, to get through those days, you have a little joke on the floor, a little whatever. And you see, like, when you're in some of those countries, because it's like, it's such a mix of, like, expats and different cultures, silence. Like, it's just and then that make it dear. Hard, bro. Because like, like, Chris Martin have a song named Chill Spot, and I feel like it always represents, because him say big up the corner shop, big up the lane, big up the block, because say, like, when you have a rough day or whatever, you can go at your chill spot. Like everybody have a little chill spot. You just go there, you go bust a juice.
I want little friend.
Sorry. Yeah. So you go there, you just go bust a drink, you all of that. You have your one little friend. I mean, you everyday friend, and I chat to them every day. But say even like your relationships with your hairdresser, your barber, all of that, like them type of very personal relationships. And not that you don't have that over there and all of that, but I'm just saying that the way you can just pull up on people and I don't know. I just think that there's a lot about our culture that is should be appreciated, and I think if we're not careful, we will lose it. There's a lot that's happening from a global standpoint, and I get the need to modernize the country, but I think that there needs to be focus on keeping our cultural identity.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So I really want us to preserve those Jamaican traditions and honestly just have respect for them.
Yeah.
And appreciate who we are as a country, because and even when you even look at some of the girls that, as you say, like the Jada Wadas, the Aries, those girls, a lot of Jamaican girls idolize those people.
They do.
They idolize
They
them.
They do.
And as one of them go do one procedure, I forgot do it. As one of them do them ear a certain way, I forgot do it.
That's true.
It's like,
I don't know.
All of it, one thing I used to really love about us is that I feel like we have beauty in such unique ways, because I'll go out. I remember the other day I was buying fruits from this lady, and I was just looking at her face and I was like, she's so pretty. Like she was just genuinely so pretty. And I feel like those experiences where you can just see like a girl or a man and just say, you're handsome, she's pretty, and like just how unique we are, in essence. I think that we need to hold on to that.
Well, how do we do that?
I think, as I said, I think that there needs to be some change in terms of how we communicate from a school level to our kids. All right. I think also parents have a responsibility to pass down Jamaican traditions. I think that there should be more cultural meccas, right? I think, like outside of Bob Marley Museum,
other things
like
really
art galleries downtown, but there needs to be more
revamping of those things that really keep the culture alive.
Like I think Jamaica, for example, Jamaica 60 happened, but there was stuff done, but was it like, and then you have Grand Gala and them thing there, but now it's like, I remember Grand Gala used to be a cultural expression. Now it's like it's a concert.
Yeah, it is.
It's a concert.
It's losing the strong culture.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like even the last, like Miss Lou, who's the new Miss Lou, are them people there. You know what I mean? So like, just keep the culture alive. Even like things like plays. We were I think we've been looking for a good play to go to for a while, because I think even our Jamaican theater, all of that. And the Bob Marley movie, all of that, that's great, but that's more like, and even that, even the red carpet for that, right? There were a lot of people who were upset at the fact, and I guess it because the prince, the duchess, or whoever,
right,
Meghan and Harry were here, so they had their safety concerns. But when you really look at it, it was a lot of people who actually personally knew Bob, grew up with him, all of that. They weren't invited; they were on the outside, which is like really? there was some. The
premiere or the red carpet?
I think the premiere itself. I think they had like a thing on the outside, but it's almost like, I don't know. It's just we need to kind of keep that cultural thing, because I remember even when Destra Garcia came here from Trinidad, and we had like a VIP fence in the party, and she was like, kick it down, like that's not. Yeah, she was like, kick down the fence.
She's not used to that. She's not used to the segregation.
Yeah,
the segregation. Something that we have.
Even this VIP and buckles and all of that.
Come to idolize. And I think I saw a tweet the other day where somebody was just like, bring back real party culture.
Mixed drinks.
No, it's not that.
Even that, like, it's even not this butter culture. It's weird.
It's the butter culture with the stand up and just nothing. Like, it's just not fun. Like, well, for people like that, like there are lots of people just sitting down there. It's the man I try to impress man who can buy the most buckles. it's just like the original vibe of being a Jamaican. It's kind of
Yeah,
losing its
it
way
is losing its way.
because it's just, why are you afraid for dance?
Why are you afraid for have fun? Why are you afraid, like,
yeah. No, watch your face. But I think we're busy
and
watching.
they will literally get dressed, and it's just to take pictures.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just to take
Oh,
pictures.
I've said, trust me.
It's just to take pictures. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we need to get back to the core of who we are before we lose it.
Agreed.
Okay. So I told you guys I was gonna be passionate because I just
Alright,
want
I'll
us.
just make you run with it, girl.
No man, I'm really passionate. But that was an episode of the Goodgal Podcast, and we will see you next week. Bye.